Hey gun people, I'm doing a couple little projects here. I got my gun. Say hi to YouTube, Smokey. He was out here helping me. He decided to leave now. He's got that camera. He's gonna try and make me swim. So I got my shotgun mounted on a golf cart finally. And when I ordered one of my flags, they sent me this little half flag free for Don't Tread on Me. I didn't know what to do with it. So I figured I'd mount it on my little golf cart here as a safety flag. Safety, not safety for others that I might shoot them. Safety so people can see me and they don't run me over. So I put a little rivet up here. I thought I had a, I don't know if you guys ever use a tap rivet, but they're really handy. I mean, I didn't have a bolt and a nut, so I drilled a little hole and I was going to screw it in this plastic lid, and then I'm just going to tie it with a string onto here. But I had one of those rivets. Man, those things are great. I use them on my saddles for leather. You can usually get them at, I guess, some of your Tractor Supply feed stores, but you buy some of those brass things with the little tool, man, you put something on that with that and you do it right. I've got a video. I'll put a link in the description where I put on a bucking strap on my saddle and I show how to use one of those pop rivets. But those things are permanent, man. I mean, I pull and hang and do all kind of crap on it. They don't come loose. And you don't have to worry about screws or anything. But anyway, so the reason why I want to do this video, because I was out here doing this and I just watched a show about, it's called The American Anarchist. The Antarcticast cookbook. Most people know about it. A lot of people call it a bomb making. So the guy who wrote the book, I think William Powell was his name. There we go. So that's mounted on there. So now maybe somebody won't run me over if they see that flapping. And here's the tool I was talking about for doing the pop rivets. But I'll put a link in the description. So anyway, on this Anarchist cookbook, the author, they did the thing called The American Anarchist, and they did an interview with him. Pretty stinking interesting. Pretty thought-provoking, kind of makes you question certain things. I mean, I was going to get on here when I was watching it and kind of dog the guy and call him a pussy because he turned into a pacifist, non-aggressive, violence isn't the answer. And if you read the book, he was a young 19-year-old in a movement in the 60s about, you know, the Vietnam War and our government's out of control and protests. So he wrote this book in response to that time. I don't have a problem with the book. A lot of people are saying it should be banned. It should be off-published. It shouldn't be public. It's bomb-making material. You know what? Censorship is never good in my book. It's wrong. It's bad. It attacks freedom. As soon as you start letting people pick and choose, the next thing you know, they're going to be picking and choosing what flags can be sold on Amazon because it has racist overtones, or what statues can remain standing in history, or what terms can be used by only certain people. Constrictions on freedom is never a good thing for anybody. Even the people it agrees with at the moment, when it's turned around and used against them, they won't like it. So I think the Anarchist cookbook, I don't give a shit. I think it should be sold. I think it ought to be on the internet. Free flow of information. I'm all about it. Information does not make people do things. It may educate them so they can make a conscious decision on how and what they do, but it's not the cause of it. And this reporter was trying to attack this guy, and he's probably in his, well, he was in his 60s. That's why I said I was going to get out here and dog him. But then at the very end, spoiler alert, if you watch it, at the very end it says he died right after he made right when they started making this. So as they're talking to him, it's his last interview. And the guy was I mean, he was a decent guy. He said he felt bad about the book being used for bombing, and the Columbine kids read it or had a copy. Look, just because somebody has a copy of the book and they go out there and be a fool, I don't give a shit. If somebody wants to go out there and do something stupid and say, I watched Rick's video and that made me do it, I ain't feeling responsible for that shit. You make your own damn decisions. You get educated. You get information from multiple sources. through your parents, through the education system, through life experiences, and you make decisions based on what you know. If you want to run around and blame somebody that they're at fault for your decision, I call that BS. I don't like it. So this reporter was kind of dogging a guy, kind of, don't you feel bad and don't you keep up and don't. I mean, this guy just went through, he got fired from jobs when they found out he was young. He wrote the book when he was 19. He worked as a teacher his whole life for disabled kids and mentally challenged kids. And he went to African countries that didn't have teachers, and he started he did a lot of great things with his life. And all these freaking left-wing idiots want to concentrate on is you wrote the Anarchist cookbook. And people that did bad things had copies of it. Don't you feel responsible? I would have told him, hell no. You come interview me after somebody, they watched Rick Gore's video when they did this. I don't give a shit. That's their own dumb fault. If they did something great, good. If they didn't, that's their fault. I ain't worried about it. So, I think the guy should have told him to pack sand. He didn't. He was a nice guy. He felt bad. They even guilted him to calling freaking Diane Frankenstein from California, the Congress up there, because she's calling for the book to be banned. Liberals always want things banned if they can't control it or if it goes against their beliefs. So it's a good documentary. I thought they did a really good job. I thought the guy came off very well. I like the dude, other than he's a little bit pansy over the years, but I get it. You know, he was young, whatever. I mean, I hope in my lifetime I don't turn into a freaking pussy and start saying that government's good and, you know, I was wrong and people shouldn't own guns and like all these other idiots do. I just don't buy that shit. I am who I am, and I'm there, I think, for good reason. And I'm solid on a foundation on why I believe what I believe, through what I've seen, and through my education and my life experiences. So I'm solid on where I'm at. I didn't come to my conclusions on where I am about freedom and tyranny and government based on reading a book, one book, or based on listening to one person or watching one YouTube or listening to one radio program. I mean, people that reach those conclusions, that people want, ooh, the liberals, ooh, it's because of the book. I don't buy it. But anyway, it's a good book. It's a good read. I have a copy. I thought I had a copy. I haven't looked at my little library lately, but you can still order on Amazon. I heard they took out some of the good stuff, and I call the good stuff is, and the guy, all he did was research and write stuff down. He even said, I didn't even make half the bombs in there. I didn't try all this. I found experts and I researched books, mainly military government manuals, and I simply put it in a book for the people. So, if you want to sit down, it's about an hour and a half. I think it was a good show. I think it kind of gives some insight to him. It gives insight to the interviewer, his wife, things that happened in his life that shaped him and why he believes. But to be losing jobs and all that because you wrote a book, some spineless, weaselly, I'm sure, left-wing liberal found out that he wrote this and he was in charge of some college and they sent an anonymous note, because that's what liberals do. They can never stand up for what they believe. They gotta hide. These pansies that come by and do drive-bys on my channel, they don't use their real name. They don't put their name out there and where they're from and with their real picture. They have fake pictures, fake names, and they come out here acting all tough like, oh, how you shouldn't be, how dare you? Shut up, you freaking pussies. Anyway, I digress. American Anarchist for the Anarchist cookbook. So American Anarchist. Good little show. I liked it. And there I finished posting my flag. Got my gun mounted on my golf cart. Smokey, where'd you go? Damn cat. He's never around when I need him. Smokey, where'd you go? I'm trying to end the video with you. You ran off. Damn traitor's cat. Freaking left wing wanting a free meal. Alright, I'm not talking to Smokey. I'll be getting hate mail now. Why are you picking on the cat? Just because he's black. Shut up, big dummies. Well, isn't that there?